Hey, welcome back to Evil's Comics. This guy right here is Evil Mike, and this is going to be my new comic book pickups from December 21st, 2022, and that's right. You got the Christmas tree back there. Yes, that is my Christmas tree. And looks like this is going to be the last comic book day pickup before the end of the year. Not for me. I think I got one more maybe. I don't know. And then plus that I hit the shops up quite frequently. But I'm going through a winter storm here right now. It's like 7 degrees outside, and tomorrow they said it's going to be like -10. So I don't know. But without further ado, and before I show you this mega stack that is this week in comics, please like, comment, subscribe on this guy's channel. That helps so much. The comments, the likes, the views, the watches, all that stuff. And everybody that does, I really thank you and appreciate every single one that does. I take the time and read all your comments and try and get back to you at a timely fashion. So with that out of the way, and without further ado, let me show you what I got. And I got a little story at the end. I'm going to show my top covers of the week, and there's a lot. Honestly, it was so hard to choose because there were so many great covers this week. But let's get into it. First up, we got DC Comics Flash, and I think it's $7.89. Yep, with the Rogues Gallery on the cover. I think I had two choices, and I just like that one better. A dope book. The first read I wasn't into, but the second book, man, you talking about hitting some real world stuff. I have actually like boasted this comic in some chats and stuff like that. This is GCPD, the Blue Wall, issue number 3. It has been fantastic. I know a lot of people don't like John Ridley, and so far I've liked everything I've read from him, but I can see where what some people didn't like. This is all about the happenings of the GCPD and the outside of the Batman world. You can see Two Faces there, but it's because of the current commissioner, Montoya. It has been a phenomenal read. Next up, we got DC Comics Harley Quinn and the Legion of Bats, issue number 3. We're about to see Poison Ivy and her Legion of Doom versus, Harley Quinn and the Bat Family. It's been an excellent read, just like the other Harley Quinn series and the animated series. That one happens right after the 3rd season. Now, let's begin with the phenomenal covers. First up, we got Vanish issue number 4, the Spawn variant. And out of all the comics that is getting a variant, and besides the Batman and Spawn, I thought this was the most appropriate. It feeling and having magic in the book and stuff, it feels a lot like Spawn. I couldn't pass this up, and there were some great covers this week from Vanish. I almost picked up the 1 in 10. It was so nice. This one, if you know my channel, you know my favorite artist and writer. That is Mirka Andolfo, but she did a cover for Boogeyman, issue number 4 from Ablaze Comics. This is cover B, but the Mirka Andolfo cover, and if my girl doesn't fail, love it. I don't even think my shop owner knew that that was a Mirka cover because it wasn't in my box. This book was a maybe, just on the split chance that I couldn't find it, because I think this is my first source point press book that I've actually like bought myself and wasn't given by somebody else. But this is a one shot. It's the Curse of Cleaver County, and it is a one shot, but it's supposed to be this like the beginning of a horror universe that Source Point Press is about to do, and it's all about urban legends and stuff like that. That's all the checks on my book, especially at a $3.99 price, and with a couple different variants. It wasn't bad in the back too. I think that's my first Source Point Press book. Next up, a book that I'm not reading, but I am picking up. I don't want to miss out on it, but I do love the art. I like everything attached to it. That's why I'm picking it up. But I missed out on the first volume. That's kind of why. But Image Comics, that is I Hate Fairyland. This is just regular cover A, and guess what? It's good enough for me. I'll pass on that one because there's another one that goes with that one and that one too, and I kind of showed it. DC Comics, we got Nightwing, and this is issue 99, right before the 100. Nightwing is like the main focus and a lot of different things, the main event. But leading up to his 100th issue, and this cover, I love the negative, and there was actually like two other. I think the Nightwing Spawn variant was really good, and the Holiday Nightwing cover was really fantastic. This one right here, this one checks off all the marks in this guy's book, because not only it's an homage within an homage, which I've never seen before. Now, my shop owner didn't even catch the real homage that it's homaging. But this is Image Comics. This is Junkyard Joe, issue number 3. I don't know what the variant's called, but it is cover D. Now, if you read Geiger and the first appearance of Junkyard Joe, you know he's from a comic, and it's actually titled Junkyard Joe, as you can see him down here. Now, the other homage within an homage, this is actually the last episode of MASH. This is how MASH ended. The helicopter flew away. Everybody was waving goodbye. I thought this was so dope and fantastic. I love the art. And such a great series on top of that. Next up, we got Marvel Comics Alien, issue number 4, with our Queen Alien on the cover. This one's supposed to be hinting at a new queen, supposedly. Boom Studios, we got Stuff of Nightmares, issue number 4. I think this is the last issue in the series, or maybe the first arc or something like that. I don't see it being just a one-off story. I mean, it's set up as an anthology. I think they're going to do it in arcs. But yeah, this one was one of my variant covers that had multiple stars next to it. And this comic, it had a lot of different great covers, especially the main cover done by Todd Knock. But this is Stargirl, The Lost Children, issue number 2. It is the holiday variant. And I saw this and just fell in love with it. The only thing I changed a little bit is the way Stripes looks, but I love this. And this is actually done by Crystal Kung. Okay, now I got all 3 lined up. I kind of had them in order, out of order. So I am picking up everything Dark Web, and honestly, so far, I am loving it. On both sides, I actually went the X-Men route and the Spider-Man route, and I know a lot of people are talking about, oh, there's a lot of tie-ins for the series. Actually, there's not compared to other Marvel series. There is quite a bit, but not compared to other Marvel events. But this is Marvel, Dark Web, Mary Jane, and Black Cat, issue number 1, and I think it's 1 out of 5 they're doing for this one. I'm not really a big fan of either Black Cat or Mary Jane. I don't mind them. It's not that I don't like them. They're both tied to Spider-Man, yay, but out of all the women in the comic universe, they're not some of my favorite. Next, but this girl right here is definitely one of my favorites. This is Marvel Comics Dark Web Miss Marvel, issue number 1, and this is 1 out of 2 they're doing. And I went with the other cover is just a main cover. This one I hadn't seen anybody show it, and I love this cover. I thought it was dope. I am a huge Miss Marvel fan. I have been since her launch. I wish I had her first appearance in comics, but I used to and do not know more. But it's alright. I still love me some Camila. And next up, the last one out of the Dark Web series that ties in, we got the Gold Goblin, issue number 2. I went with this variant with the, I think her name is oh no, this is a Goblin Queen. That's Goblin Queen versus Gold Goblin. I know I heard mixed reviews on Gold Goblin issue number 1. I actually loved it. I thought it was great. Everything in Dark Web so far has been really good. The art, the stories. It's not a comic I'm reviewing, but I should be. But this is Opus Comics issue number 8 of Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer. I've been trying to pick up all of the original Frank Frazetta art. This is one of them. Some of them I kind of messed up, and I picked up the video game homage and stuff like that. But this has been a fantastic series, especially if you're a fan of Barbaric. It has been really good. Next up from DC Comics, we got Batman vs. Robin, issue number 4, yeah. Another fantastic series, and if you notice right here, we got Batman with the Dr. Fate helmet on. We're about to get into the Lazarus Project event that's coming up, and he is featured on the cover. And honestly, I don't think that's Batman. I want to say that it might be Nightwing with the Dr. Fate helmet on. Another end to a big one, but this is DC Comics issue number 7 of Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. And it you know, like it says, dawn of the DCU. This is leading into our next big thing. Again, like I said, Nightwing is kind of featured a lot lately. I went with this cover because I think everybody's going to go with the variants. They had so many great variants. Honestly, there was one, it was the Batman, I think it was Batman and Superman or something like that on the cover, and I really wanted to grab that one. I think it was Dan Mora, but I figured not a lot of people are going to get cover A, so I went with that. This book, I couldn't, man, my dude Jeff at Mutiny Comics, I love him so much. He just had his 60th birthday, and man, the second I woke up, I was like, happy birthday, man. You know, I mean, this dude takes care of me like no other. And not only that, but twice in this set. But this is Something is Killing the Children. This is issue number 27, and he put the hollow foil variant in my box by Dan, I think it's Dan Mora is the artist, maybe. It might be hard to pick up on the camera, but the foil is in both of her knives. I mean, if this isn't a wonderful use of foil right here, put foil on an ongoing, very popular book and actually make it suitable with the cover. I mean, I am a huge fan of foil as it is. I know a lot of people are. I know a lot of people complain about it, saying it's a gimmick and blah blah blah. I don't give a shit. I love foil. I mean, you could put some foil on every single one of my covers, and I'm not gonna complain. I don't see the overuse of it. Now, if they're running out of foil and we're getting foil off the backs of turtles or something like that, then yeah, I'm gonna be against that. This one was on my list. I didn't think I was gonna get it. I didn't think I was even gonna see it. But this is Hitomi from Image Comics, issue number, I think it's 3, yeah, issue number 3, and this is the Spawn variant, and it is a wraparound. Let me show you real quick. Pow! Isn't that fantastic? It's old school, like Japanese looking Spawn. I thought that was fantastic, and this is like one of the only Spawn variants where he's in a different like variant himself. I thought that was really cool. That I noticed. If you can feel free to correct me down below if you saw a Spawn variant, him in a different outfit or something like that. But that's the only one that I've seen so far. This one, we're leading up to the top 3 covers, because that Something is Killing the Children was number 1, not number 1, but number 4, and then Hitomi was probably number 3. DC Comics, we got Catwoman issue number 50 at a very pricey point. But that is, I got the Batman Spawn variant cover, and I love that. I think that is fantastic. Again, with this issue, there was a lot of great covers, but at like flipping through them, and this was the last one in the back, I was like, oh, sold. And just in case you're curious, the art on this one is David Mascaz. A big book for me. I'm so excited for this book. I can't wait to read it, and definitely going to review it. But this is Lorenzano Di Felici's Chroma, issue number 2 from Image Comics. I think this is going to be one of the standout books that a lot of people passed out on. This book is phenomenal. The first issue was so great, but in itself, what Lorenzo has done in the book, he actually made color a character. I thought that was fantastic. I've heard of music notes and stuff like that being a character, but at physical color, and it's as it sounds, that it's an actual character, kind of like how Death is in DC Comics. So that was everything from my list. There were a couple that I missed, and offhand I think it was Ninja Funk issue number 2. But honestly, I was picking up issue number 2 just to give it a chance, because the first issue I wasn't a big fan of. It was all over the place. The story was kind of meh, and the art was better on the cover than it was really in the inside. I've heard Alpha Beats was the better comic so far from whatnot, but I'm still gonna look for it, and if it's out there, it might have been something where my shipping delays or something like that. So the last book today at Mutiny Comics, and I need to get corrected on that because I don't know if it's Mutiny Info or but Mutiny Comics is what I call it. If you look it up on Google, that's what it's called here in Colorado, in Denver, Colorado. It is the best, hands down, best shop I've ever been to. My whole life being a comic book collector, 42 years, it is hands down the best comic book shop, and I'm not just saying that because the guy takes, no. It is the best shop. This guy remembered me day one. Everything's always in my box, exactly, what I asked for. There's no, oh, I'm slipping $50 and he gives me, no, it's just there like it's supposed to be. Mutiny Comics is fantastic, but they did an artist signing today, an artist and a writer signing today, and he did during the day. He did. Now that's one thing I can say. He does these midnight releases, and today he did this signing at 10 o'clock. Now Jeff, I'm not talking ill about you in case you watched that, because that's another cool thing. He has jumped in and watched my channel, which I think is really dope. But from Scout Comics, this is Junior issue number 1, and he actually got it signed by the artist and the writer. They were both there today, and I was not able to go, so he actually got me a copy and got both of them to sign it, and I had it in my box, waiting for him. He also got me a cool little Junior sticker to go on it. That's probably going, I don't know if you can see it. That's probably going on my comic box. There you go. I know this is a long video, and I apologize. It is a huge week. There's a lot of reviews coming out of this. I am actually behind on reading, so for a couple days I'm probably not going to show up in the lives, because all I'm going to do is just read and review until I can get caught back up. But that's what I got going on. Plus we got Christmas coming up. First off, I want to make sure and wish everybody a happy Hanukkah, a Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, happy holidays in general. Whatever you are able to celebrate, please celebrate it the safest, the happiest, the merriest. One other thing is, just remember that a lot of people go, this is the hardest time that people go through in the world, especially a lot of people with depression, stuff like that. Please, 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 if you see someone and you know someone and all of a sudden they have changed, don't get mad at them because they go quiet or something like that, or they're not talking to you the same. Reach out to them and ask them, is there anything you can do to help? Is there anything you can do to help support them in many ways, as far as like just saying good morning, or saying hi, or how's your day, or maybe listening to a story that they want to tell. These things go a long way, and you wouldn't believe how all it takes is one sentence, and that one sentence is remembered through somebody's life. That they had a person come along and said that they heard that somebody was proud of them or something, that they were doing amazing things, even if they're not. Let them have that. But this is the time for giving, and giving is not just gifts, and please just remember that. There's a lot of people in the world that don't get to go through the holidays with anybody, that have to suffer alone, and it's never the best, and regardless if we have family or whatnot, human nature, we're going to do stuff. So if you see a spouse, a family member, a friend, do what you can, be nice to them, maybe buy them a coffee, maybe just open the door for them, something you wouldn't normally do. I don't know. Hey, but that's me. That's what I got for you. I will have these reviews coming. Please, please, please like, comment, subscribe, and whoever made it to the end of this video, I applaud you because it was really long. Hey, but that's what I got for y'all. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all that good stuff, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, guys.